We're going to take a consumer with a perfect substitutes utility function and then do an expenditure minimization problem. A consumer desires utility of 90. Her utility function is given by u equals 5x plus 6y. The price of good x is $2 and price of good y is $3. Solve for the expenditure minimizing bundle that gives this consumer utility equal to 90. What is the level of this expenditure? With perfect substitutes, we have a perfect substitutes utility function. The consumer will strictly purchase the good that gives the most marginal utility per dollar. To calculate marginal utility per dollar, we're going to take the marginal utility of each good and divide it by its respective price. Let's start with good X. So for good X, we need two things, the marginal utility of it, and the marginal utility of good X is this coefficient on the X term, or 5, and then we divide it by its price, which we said is 2, and we get an answer of 2.5. For good Y, the marginal utility is 6. Dividing it by its price of 3, we get a marginal utility per dollar equal to 2. So in this case, the marginal utility per dollar is greater for good X than good Y. We get more bang for the buck by buying good X than good Y. So this consumer should buy nothing but good X. So just to recap, the marginal utility per dollar good X exceeds the marginal utility per dollar of good Y. So the consumer will set Y equal to 0. The consumer will not buy any units of good Y, and instead the consumer will only purchase good X. So now what we're going to do is see how many units of good X to purchase. So we started this problem by saying the consumer wanted utility equal to 90. We found out, given the marginal utilities and prices, the consumer would not buy any units of good Y, so we're going to set Y equal to 0. Here's our utility function. Let's make those substitutions. 90 for U, Y is 0 here, so that just cancels. And dividing through by 5, the consumer needs to purchase 18 units of good X to get a utility of 90. How expensive is it to purchase 18 units of good X? It's simply going to be the price of good X times the units. So what is expenditure on good X in this case? 2 times 18, or $36. So that's the answer to this question. What is the level of expenditure? All right, I will stop here.